Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a long weekend because of my birthday and didn't intend to come back to trading until today. I spent some quality time with my family. We actually spent the weekend with my brother and sister-in-law's kids. We lost them last year, so we've been spending as much time with the kids supporting them because they are young. The youngest one is graduating from high school. The middle one is a sophomore in college, so we're giving them all the support we can. So I enjoyed spending the weekend with them. But it allowed me to kind of reflect and think. And this really came to my mind. This year we will be bold, be brave, and our trading will thrive. And the reality is, and I don't care what anybody tells you, we do this every day, day in and day out. We fight the battle every day. And unless you're bold in the market, unless you're brave in the market, unless you have complete confidence in yourself and your abilities, your trading is not going to thrive. You can mark time and keep your head above water, but you won't thrive. And in order to make a living, you have to thrive. And also, our actions will have to be intentionally louder than our doubts. And this is where our confidence comes in. We can't come in and doubt ourselves every day. We can't come in doubting the strategy that we've been learning. We can't come in and start putting these things, these roadblocks up, these self-imposed roadblocks. Okay, we have to be bold. We have to be brave. We have to go after it. And there's some things that we can do to help us be who we need to be. And that's what I try to teach you guys every day. That's what our programs are about. And I'm going to continue to be here and deliver that message, until you get it. Or you just say, I can't do it, and, call it quits. I'm going to be here. All right, but remember, we've got to be bold. We've got to be brave. We have to be intentional with our actions and in getting better and, enhancing our trading. And they've got to be louder than our doubts. They got to drown our doubts out. All right, so this is the Airbnb trade from yesterday, and let me set this up for you. So we were looking at this, and I said, I like this going long, not so much going short. I like this going long over the previous day's close. It's like if we, start to break out over the previous day's close, this is where I want to buy it. And I was looking at 165 as the target or the pivot point where we start to pull back. So we opened, it pulled back. I think I was looking at GoDaddy too, because GoDaddy reported at the same time, and I missed the move. By the time I saw it, we were already up around 157, 158. That's 4 points away from where our entry was. I wasn't going to chase it. Okay, even if I chased it, I would have made money on it, but I wasn't going to chase it. I don't want to establish that bad habit. So it ran up, and it started to pull back, and so I was watching 165 to see if we were going to have a battle at 165. We didn't. It pulled all the way back, and the battle was at 163. And when I say battle, I was looking at tens of thousands of orders going through at 163. on timing sales. Obviously, I couldn't count, but I could see thousands and thousands and thousands of orders going through at 163. But you look at the bid and ask price, it was not moving. There was no movement on the bid and ask price. I glanced at level 2. There were no big orders running through level 2. Okay, so the only way you could see this is read the chart. That's why I always preach, reading the chart. The chart's going to tell you what's going on. It's going to give you a good idea of, what's happening and how you need to plan your trades. So that's what I saw. And I told you guys, look at this. I pointed it out. Look at what's happening. Look at all of this going through at 163. Look, the bid and ask price is not changing. Look at level 2. There are no orders running through on level 2. Time and sales gives you the true orders that are going through the market at the time. These are the ones that are being executed. So they're not fake, they're not fluffer orders, they're just orders being executed. So when I saw that, I knew 163 was either going to be a big time resistance or a big time support, depending on which way this thing broke. Once 163 orders were taken out, if it bounced, we were probably going long. If we started coming short, if we lost 163, we're probably going short. And this was the reversal opportunity we looked for. So I got it. And we just started taking profit along the way. So this was my final target, which was the 10-day moving average. This was the final target on this reversal. And I felt if it set up, we could get a trade under, if it went short under the announcement candle. This is just a typical earnings announcement strategy. Okay, we wait for the candle to print. It puts in the bottom. Once it breaks it, we get short. And that's what we did. This is all one order. It just happened to split it. But I got in. We did hit the 20-day. I assumed, and I know this was bad, but I assumed that we were going to break through the 20-day. We did, but it wasn't looking good for a while. We eventually did. I got my first target. Second target was 140. We didn't get it. It bounced. And looking at this wick, and looking at, this is the third candle that we were making a higher low, I bailed out. I didn't wait for it to test this or whatever. I just bailed out. I would have gotten stopped out at break even anyway. So this was a smart move. But this reversal is unique because not often do we find a significant level of resistance that we could base it off of. And we found it here. 163, when it broke, this became a solid resistance level. This is what I based the trade off of. So if I got in and this stock bounced and we came back above 163 and reclaimed it, I would have to take the trade off. Because we're done. Technically, the trade is done. We've lost the technical level. But that's how this happened. Now, when I'm teaching, when I'm trading, I'm teaching. And several of you miss me explaining this. Maybe because you were trading, and as I was talking through all of this and teaching, because this is the best way to teach. If you were copying my trade, you missed it. You're not listening to me. You're watching my trade. But the valuable information is coming from me. I don't stream this so you can copy. I stream this so you can learn. There's the learning that you do watching dead charts after the fact is very limited. Okay, because true learning is being able to identify these setups as they're happening and then execute. Don't wait for the setup to already present itself and then you find it. Most of the time you're gonna miss it. So you gotta look at things as they're executing and be prepared. And that's what I'm teaching you. What to look for. What things you need to pay attention to in your trade. Because unless you have that confidence, it's going to be hard to be bold. It's going to be hard to do the things, that you need to do in order to be successful. It's hard to be brave. It's hard to be confident. All right, but that's it. Give you an idea of what we made on this thing. $53.27.71 is what we made on this, on both these trades. And I think we maximized our options here. I think we maximized it. So that wraps this up. I hope you guys got something out of this. But this is what I teach every day. Live. We use live trading. As I'm trading live, I'm teaching you. I'm telling you what I'm looking at. Will I cry, bitch, moan, and complain sometimes that the market's not doing what I want? Yeah. And it makes me feel better about having to sit here and wait for it. But, I don't let it affect my mindset. And I stay engaged. And it allows me to lock in on trades like this. And you guys should be able to do this without listening to anybody. No, it takes time. And it may take a village. But you'll get there. So have a great rest of the day. And I will talk to you guys soon.